Have you ever received an email that seems suspicious? In our interconnected digital world, threats lurk in the most unexpected corners. One of the most prevalent, yet often overlooked threats, is spear phishing. It's more than just an innocent-looking email. It's a cyber predator, skillfully disguised and patiently waiting to strike. It's crucial to recognize and understand these digital dangers, as they can impact us all. So, what exactly is spear phishing, and why should you be concerned? Spear phishing is a deceptive technique used by cybercriminals. It's a phrase that might sound a bit cryptic at first, but by the end of this segment, it'll be as clear as daylight. So, let's dive in. Spear phishing is a form of phishing, which is essentially a cyber con game. Phishing involves fraudsters sending mass emails that appear to be from a trustworthy source, hoping to trick people into revealing sensitive information like credit card numbers or passwords. But spear phishing, well, it's a bit more sinister. Imagine a hunter carefully selecting their prey, studying it, understanding its habits, and striking when it least expects. That's what spear phishing is all about. It's not a random attack, it's a targeted one. Cybercriminals who engage in spear phishing don't cast a wide net. Instead, they hone in on a specific individual or organization. These cybercriminals are crafty. They do their homework. They'll scour the internet for any information they can find about their target. They'll look at your social media profiles, public records, company websites, anything that can give them an edge. They use this information to make their phishing attempt seem as legitimate as possible. The goal? To trick you into revealing sensitive information. But it's not just about credit card numbers. They might be after your login credentials, your social security number, or even proprietary business information. These cybercriminals are playing a long game, and the stakes are high. So what does a spear phishing email look like? It's usually something that looks like it's from a trusted source. It may appear to be from your bank, a close friend, or even your boss. The email will often include a call to action, urging you to click a link or download an attachment. And that's where the trap is sprung. Now you may be wondering, how does this process work? Well, that's what we'll uncover in the next segment. Stay tuned. Spear phishing isn't as simple as a random spam email. It's a highly targeted and meticulously planned operation that can have devastating consequences. Let's walk through the mechanics of spear phishing to better understand this deceptive practice. First, there's the identification of the target. Spear phishers don't cast a wide net. They aim their spears. They meticulously research potential victims, often high-value targets like executives or people with access to sensitive information. They scour the internet, mining social media profiles, professional networking sites, corporate websites, and more to gather as much information as possible about their target. They may find out about their hobbies, their colleagues, their work schedules, anything that can be used to craft a convincing scam. Once they know who they're dealing with, the spear phishers move on to creating a convincing email. This is where their research pays off. They don't just impersonate a random colleague or a generic bank. They impersonate someone or something the target trusts. It could be a co-worker, a boss, a family member, or a trusted institution. The email is designed to look and feel legitimate, often emulating the style, tone, and formatting of the person or institution it's impersonating. The content of the email is where the real deception lies. Spear phishers use their knowledge of the target to create a story that seems plausible. Perhaps the email appears to be from a boss asking for a report, or a bank notifying the target of suspicious activity on their account. The email will contain a call to action, urging the target to do something that will compromise their security. This could be clicking on a link, downloading an attachment, or providing sensitive information. The final piece of the spear phishing puzzle is the delivery of the email. Spear phishers employ various techniques to bypass spam filters and ensure their email reaches the target's inbox. They may use email spoofing to make the email appear to come from a trusted source, or they might use a legitimate email account that has been compromised. Once the email is in the target's inbox, the spear phishers' work is done. They've set the trap. Now they just wait for the target to fall into it. If the target takes the bait, their personal data or corporate secrets could be compromised, leading to identity theft, financial loss, or worse. So we've seen how it works. But why is spear phishing so dangerous? The answer lies in its targeted nature and the sophistication of the deception. Unlike regular phishing, which can often be spotted by its broad and generic approach, spear phishing is tailored to the individual, making it much harder to detect. And that's what makes it such a potent threat in the digital world. The danger of spear phishing lies in its ability to deceive. It's a high-stakes game of trickery, with the phisher donning a disguise to gain your trust, only to exploit it for their own gain. The risks are manifold and can have devastating consequences, both for individuals and organizations. Imagine this. 1 minute, you're casually browsing your email. The next, you're a victim of identity theft. A spear phisher can craft an email so convincing, so personalized, that it feels like it's coming from a trusted source. They could pose as your bank, your boss, or even a friend. Once they've gained your trust, they can coax sensitive information out of you, such as passwords, credit card numbers, or social security numbers. This is not just about losing a few dollars from your bank account. It's about having your whole identity stolen, your privacy invaded, and your life turned upside down. But it doesn't stop there. Spear phishing poses a colossal threat to corporations too. A successful spear phishing attack can lead to corporate espionage. By tricking an employee into revealing confidential information, attackers can gain access to trade secrets, intellectual property, and strategic plans. This could lead to a significant competitive disadvantage, a loss of reputation, and even bankruptcy in severe cases. And let's not forget about the financial damage. According to a report by the FBI, businesses worldwide lost over $12 billion due to spear phishing attacks in a span of just 5 years. That's a staggering amount, indicative of the serious threat that spear phishing poses. Spear phishing is not just about technology, it's about exploiting human trust and emotion. It's about the art of deception and manipulation. It's a silent, invisible predator, ready to pounce when you least expect it. Spear phishing poses a very real and potent threat, but how can you protect yourself? Protection against spear phishing starts with awareness. Just as a soldier dons armor before going into battle, we must equip ourselves with knowledge and understanding to face the invisible threats of the digital world. And the first step towards this is recognizing the potential dangers of spear phishing. One of the primary ways to identify spear phishing attempts is to scrutinize your emails closely. Spear phishing emails often appear to be from a trusted source, such as your bank, your favorite online store, or even a friend. But there are often telltale signs that something is amiss. Look for subtle changes in email addresses, strange or unexpected attachments, and requests for personal or financial information. If something seems off, trust your instincts and verify the source before taking any action. Another effective method to protect against spear phishing is to maintain up-to-date antivirus software. These programs can detect and eliminate many of the threats that might sneak into your inbox. But remember, antivirus software is a tool, not a foolproof shield. It's essential to remain vigilant and not rely solely on these programs for your digital safety. It's also vital to keep your personal and financial information secure. Never share sensitive data via email or over the phone unless you're absolutely sure of the recipient's identity. And even then, it's best to provide this information directly through the official website or a secure phone line. A robust defense against spear phishing is two-factor authentication. This security measure adds an extra layer of protection by requiring 2 types of identification before granting access to an account. Usually this involves something you know, like a password, and something you have, such as a mobile device that receives a unique code. By implementing 2-factor authentication, you make it significantly more challenging for spear phishers to gain unauthorized access to your accounts. Regularly updating your software and operating systems is another essential step in protecting against spear phishing. Updates often include patches for security vulnerabilities that could be exploited by spear phishers. So, don't ignore those update notifications. They're your software's way of telling you it's time to bolster your defenses. Lastly, education is your best weapon. Stay informed about the latest spear phishing techniques and how to combat them. Participate in cybersecurity workshops, follow trusted cybersecurity blogs, and share what you learn with others. The more people who know how to spot and avoid spear phishing, the harder it becomes for these cybercriminals to succeed. Remember, the digital world, much like the physical one, is rife with potential threats. But with a little awareness and a lot of vigilance, you can navigate it safely and securely. Awareness and vigilance are your best defenses against spear phishing. Let's delve into some real-life examples of spear phishing. Our first case takes us back to 2011, when spear phishing made headlines across the globe. RSA, a security division of EMC Corporation, fell victim to a spear phishing attack that cost them nearly $63 million. The attackers initiated the ploy by sending an email to human resources under the guise of a trusted recruitment agency. The email contained an Excel file that was embedded with a zero-day exploit. Once opened, the malware infected their system, allowing attackers to gain access to their secure ID authentication tokens. This breach not only affected RSA but also its clients, leading to subsequent attacks on defense contractors Lockheed Martin, L3 Communications, and Northrop Grumman. Next, we turn to the infamous Operation Aurora spear phishing attack. In 2009, a group of cybercriminals targeted several high-profile companies, including Google and Adobe Systems. The attackers sent an email to select employees, containing a link to a malicious website. Once clicked, the site would download a Trojan onto the user's computer, giving the attackers control. This high-profile attack led to the theft of intellectual property and a significant loss of sensitive user data. Our third case is the Anthem data breach of 2015, where nearly 80 million people's personal information was exposed. The attackers sent spear phishing emails to 5 employees who, believing the emails were legitimate, provided their network login credentials. This access allowed the criminals to infiltrate Anthem's database, leading to one of the largest healthcare data breaches in history. In 2016, the Democratic National Committee in the United States fell victim to a notorious spear phishing attack. The attackers sent an email disguised as a security notification from Google, urging recipients to change their passwords. The link led to a fake login page where victims unknowingly handed over their credentials. This attack led to a significant leak of internal emails, causing a political uproar during the presidential election. Lastly, we have the 2017 attack on Deloitte, one of the world's largest accounting firms. The attackers used a spear phishing email to gain access to an admin account, which lacked two-step verification. This breach gave them unrestricted access to emails, usernames, and passwords, affecting several high-profile clients. These examples underscore the importance of vigilance and awareness. Today, we've covered a lot about spear phishing. It's been quite a journey through the dark alleyways of the digital world, shining a light on the lurking shadows of cyber threats. We've learned that spear phishing is a targeted form of phishing, where attackers meticulously gather information about their victims to create personalized, convincing scams. We've delved into the mechanics of spear phishing, understanding how these cybercriminals use social engineering and technology to deceive people into revealing sensitive information. It's not about brute force or high-tech hacking tools, but manipulation and deceit, making it a silent yet potent threat. We've also acknowledged the danger of spear phishing. It's not just about losing a few dollars to a scam. The stakes are higher, with personal identities, financial security, and even national security at risk. The consequences of falling prey to a spear phishing attack can be devastating, both personally and professionally. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've explored how to protect against spear phishing by being vigilant, scrutinizing emails for telltale signs of phishing, regularly updating software, employing multi-factor authentication, and educating ourselves and others. We can put up a strong defense against these attacks. We looked at real-life examples of spear phishing, showing that no one is immune. From individuals to large corporations, cybercriminals cast a wide net, making it all the more important for us to stay informed and vigilant. So as we conclude, let's take a moment to remember that knowledge is power. The cyber world can be a daunting place, but with the knowledge we've gained today, we can navigate it with confidence. Remember, the digital world is full of threats, but with knowledge and vigilance, you can protect yourself and your information. That's all for today's exploration of the dangerous world of spear phishing. Remember, knowledge is our greatest weapon in this ever-evolving digital battleground. Use what you've learned here to fortify your defenses and help others do the same. Share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. Together, we can build a safer digital world. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay informed about cybersecurity and other digital threats. Stay safe out there.